Hello and welcome to Valuechain News. I am Naomi Oleribe. First, the headlines. NUPRC mulls over collaboration to fight oil theft. NCDMB partners to produce 10% local LPG demand. Federal government reviews solution to current poor power supply. And now, the news in detail. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) is considering collaboration with key government agencies to fight crude oil theft in Nigeria. On the average, Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative (NEITI) indicated that in 2019 alone, Nigeria lost 42.25 million barrels of crude oil to theft. The product is valued at $2.77 billion. While the country is also struggling to keep the per barrel cost of oil low, the commission, which replaced the defunct Department of Petroleum Resources, insisted that technology is being deployed to keep the production costs in check. Speaking at the Nigerian International Energy Summit yesterday in Abuja, Chief Executive Officer of NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe, said the Commission is collaborating with other relevant agencies to upgrade and deploy the technology towards curbing crude oil theft in Nigeria. The Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board (NCDMB) has secured approval to work with select partners to produce liquefied petroleum gas that would meet 10% of current demand nationwide. The Executive Secretary of the NCDMB, Engineer Simbi Wapote, announced this while speaking at the 2022 Nigerian International Energy Summit (NIES), which ended in Abuja on Thursday. He said the board recently secured the approval of its governing council for a partnership to produce 123,000 metric tons per annum LPG, which is about 10% of current demand nationwide, from the Torogo gas plants in Warri, Delta State, to enhance local production of LPG and reduce import requirements. The board's latest efforts are geared towards actualizing the federal government's decade of gas policy, as well as overarching Nigerian content aspirations, which are to deepen in-country capacities in the oil and gas industry, create jobs for the teeming youth, and retain spending in the economy. He explained that the federal government had introduced clear policies to make the nation become a gas-powered economy, one of which is the decade of gas that seeks to leverage on the country's huge gas reserves to become not just a major exporter, but also become a major gas consuming nation. The federal government is currently working with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company and other gas suppliers to improve the pressure on the western axis that is precluding units from reaching optimum supply. This was confirmed in a statement issued by the Minister of Power, Alhaji Aliyu Abubakar, in a statement. He attributed the recent poor power supply in Lagos, Abuja, and other parts of the country to a reduction in hydro capacity during the dry season, leading to load shedding. According to him, the challenges are surmountable, assuring Nigerians that his ministry has a three-pronged approach it is executing. He noted that the overload on the nation's power plants was being addressed by the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, presently carrying out maintenance work on its Calabar power plant. He revealed that the National Mass Metering Program (NMMP) has successfully installed 880,000 electricity meters across the country since 2020 in the first phase. The phase 2, which is expected to kick off soon, is targeting 4 million additional meters. Libya's National Oil Corporation (NOC) on Thursday halted oil exports from the ports of Brega, Zoetina, Ras Lanouf, Sidra, Zawiya and Melita. The NOC attributed the suspension of oil exports to prolonged bad weather conditions along the Libyan coast. A building at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant, the largest in Europe, is being burnt down by Russian troops. While the reactor is under renovation, according to the power plant spokesman, it still contains nuclear fuel. The fire, which broke out overnight, has since been extinguished, but Russian troops have now seized the plant. Operational personnel are monitoring the conditions of power units, a local authority said on social media, quoted by Reuters news agency. Station personnel continue to work and monitor the state of the power unit, Reuters said. The International Atomic Energy Agency's Director General, Rafael Grossi, released a statement this morning saying overnight a projectile hit a building within the plant site. The building is not part of the reactors. This caused a localized fire that was extinguished by the local fire brigade. All the safety systems at the plants were not affected, he said. The Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), Professor Umar Danbata, has said that the current efforts of the Commission to facilitate deployment of the fifth-generation 5G technology will further catalyze the innovativeness and creativity of the entertainment industry in the country and raise productivity and contribution to the gross domestic product (GDP) to new levels. Danbata stated this in a keynote address delivered at the Nollywood Economic Outlook (NEO) 2022, organized in Lagos recently, which attracted many Nollywood personalities and other critical stakeholders in the creative industry. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. NUPRC mulls over collaboration to fight oil theft. NCDMB partners to produce 10% local LPG demand. Federal government reviews solution to current poor power supply. And that's the news. I am Naomi Oleribe. Good evening.